floral prints, politics, and sisterhood. A quick glimpse into tonight's Miss America 2017 pageant. Stay tuned for our recap up next on AFTERBUZZ TV.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
There she is. There are four of her, actually.
Tiara ready, everyone.
Tiara ready. So apparently she's the one who won.
I just crowned myself.
For the losers.
I wore this for my 21st birthday.
Happy 21st.
Thank you. I'm sticking to that age.
Guys, you're watching the 2017 Miss America recap on AFTERBUZZ TV. I'm Renee Davis. You can find me on Snapchat, sometimes Periscope, Twitter, and on Insta Story at Erica Renee D.
I'm Jennifer Leone, and you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Jennifer Leone TV.
I'm Heather Yerrid. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Heather Yerrid.
I'm Vivian Adaobi, and you can find me on all social media at Vivaciously Viv.
Now, I hope everyone is caught up out there. Whoever's watching us, spoiler alert. If you've paused it, if you know, if you had, we're gonna spoil everything for you tonight. So make sure you just go ahead and watch it, or just watch us. We might be even more entertaining than the actual pageant.
Who knows? Probably.
Okay.
From what we saw thus far, yeah.
From what we saw. Okay, so let's just go right from the very, very beginning. We sat and we watched and we critiqued and we laughed and we laughed and we critiqued. Mm-hmm. Starting with this opening number, like the opening introductions, rather.
Yeah, the wind, the energy, the wind. It was.
If I was there, I'd be furious.
I feel like they should have taped some of those again because there was so much wind going on. Some people looked like they weren't fully comfortable with what was going on the waterfront. Mm-hmm.
And the bumper cards.
Yeah.
The bumper cards.
And you want to present yourself in the best way. You want to be able to show people your personality and confidence, but if I'm getting smacked across the face with the wind.
With the wind.
Right.
Hi, I'm Miss Illinois, and I'm here reporting the weather. I feel like it was rough.
It was, girl, I just want to pull your headphones back because I feel like the tiara.
Oh, it's locked in.
Is it locked in?
It's locked in.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, we're sisters, and we'll get back to how we're sisters later on. Foreshadowing.
AFTERBUZZ sisters.
AFTERBUZZ sisters. But, okay, guys, but ladies, before we get really deep into the critiques, I want to tell our fans and followers out there how each of us has been involved in pageants. Because I know a lot of times, we just sit at home and we just talk SHIT about the contestants, and people are all like, I could do that better. Well, maybe some of us could do some things better. Maybe we couldn't, but I want to tell people out there how each of us has been involved in pageants or not.
Right. I'm the only one, I think, who has not been involved.
Whatever.
She fooled me. I mean, she came in with the crown. You guys can't tell, but she is in a full gown.
I am. I like to dress appropriately and festive. No, but I always love pageants. I always love watching them, and I've watched them since I was little, and I love critiquing. That's what I do. So
y'all wait till you hear her critiques.
Yes,
crazy.
yeah. So that's how I dabble in pageants.
That's your claim to fame.
Yeah, I was in 2 pageants, so early teens. I won both of them, and they were very much on the fly. Yeah, so my critiques are going to come hard, raw. I have a little bit of, feeling in regards to many different facets of the ladies, but overall, I think everybody was beautiful and did a wonderful job.
Okay, Sage
She's
Steele.
running for Miss America too.
Congeniality.
Sage Steele. Congeniality. Right.
You guys are like, y'all were like that in the back.
Exactly. the truth will come out. Just give us a few minutes.
Oh, it will.
Okay, and so guys, I am a total pageant head. I've been involved in the pageant world for 14 years. I started when I was a kid. I was an IJM Miss Florida teen, Miss Orlando teen, and I actually competed in Miss America system this year in one of the prelims for California. I wish I started earlier because the age limit is 24, so that's something to bear in mind when you're making your own judgments. These are really young women. The beginning age is 17,
young.
so it's very interesting, but yeah. It was a cool journey, but now I just like judging.
Now we all just like judging. I was a junior miss back in the day before junior miss became a part of the Miss America Outstanding Teen program. So I was a Ware County junior miss, and then I competed in the Miss Georgia pageant system as Miss South Georgia, and then I did Miss Universe pageant system for 1 year, but I consider myself an MAOer because I did several of the teen pageants underneath the MAO umbrella. But before we talk some more about the girls, I keep saying that, I want to make sure we distinguish between MAO
Yes.
and MUO?
Because I didn't know.
Okay.
I had no idea. And when we were talking about crowns in our email, I thought it was a joke. I'm like, yeah, let's dress up, let's wear crowns. And this lovely woman over here was like, well, is it an official MAO or is it an M? And I'm like, girl, I wore it when I was 21. So I don't know. I bought it on the south side of Chicago.
Okay.
It's a serious thing because a lot of people are diehards for their system.
Absolutely.
They're so different. Traditionally, Miss America's more classic, a little bit more conservative, wholesome, all-American girl.
A lot more conservative.
Yeah, a lot
more
but
conservative, yeah.
Miss USA is very sexy, high-fashion models. It's a very different vibe.
And one of the fundamental differences between MAO and MUO is that MAO, Miss America Organization, that's what it's short for, is a scholarship program. It's so that you can take the money that you win, whether it's on the local level or on the state level, and pay yourself back for your student loans. Whereas Miss Universe is more, like you said, high fashion, tall, sexy, all-American, blonde, leggy, I'm going to go live in Trump Tower because that used to be his pageant.
Yeah.
You're going to be like the sex pot who's going to get busted for drunk driving. Whereas Miss America is going to be the girl who's going to be your pediatrician or like your neuroscientist. So there's a huge difference. The Miss America girls are typically smarter and more well-rounded, and Miss Universe girls are normally like the hot chick you hit on at the bar.
Not that there aren't smart Miss Universe girls, but there are plenty. She's just that's just a commonality.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, we got the polite one over here.
Yeah.
So-
I'm like, no.
Pageant trained. We are politically, actually, when we get to the Q&A part, we'll get to the annoyance of the politically correct.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
really ticked me off.
So politically correct.
Yes.
Okay, so when we were watching, we were talking about the choreography, and someone was like, "Oh, I missed it back in the day with you." I think it was you. That you were like, "I
I
missed it."
loved the corny dances, like,
I love it.
I loved it, but they didn't do it this time. They haven't done it in a while, and now they just walk out on stage and wave, and that's kind of boring.
I think they tried it. So this year it looked like it was half done. And that's what I was mentioning. I was like, if they were going for that very casual appeal, it worked. Because everyone just was casual. Hey, we're Miss America. We're fun. And that was it. I didn't think it was very well put together.
I didn't think so either.
Right. And at that point, that's when you first look at all the girls and just know,
Yep.
okay, that's my favorite, that's my favorite. But at this time, it was just like, you're focusing on Wind and what's going on and why is she in a dining room, and it was just really weird.
Yeah, that was a lot. That good point.
Yeah.
That was a lot for the beginning. It was better, I think, when we just got to see them come in and very artfully say their names, walk across stage, stand at their 4 points, and then that was it. But being in a bumper car, being in the wind on the pier, I mean, and I'm from the East Coast, so Atlantic City, love you forever, but not a good look. I wouldn't do that next year.
And I think previously they would have it like they would have people doing the intros in places around the host city to kind of show off the city.
show off the host city.
But this didn't show anything off of Atlantic City. Like, I don't know it's Atlantic City. I don't feel like traveling there.
Yeah.
Well,
Nothing was
that's
enticing.
because that's all that is in Atlantic City now, bro. That's it. No, I mean, every place is shut down in AC. I'm surprised they even had it there. Everything's shut down, and anything outside of that little perimeter right there.
Are you serious?
Oh, absolutely. You do not want to even walk by yourself. For
Why?
30
Wow.
seconds. Yes.
Wait, Atlantic City has a crime problem?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
A
See?
big one. Yeah, big one.
So
A big
basically, Jennifer, don't go walking around there with your crown.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. I can't go around like this with the wind in my hair. Oh, no, okay.
You can't just leave the crown out. Leave the crown out.
The most I know about Atlantic City is Sex and the City when they went there.
Okay.
And that was it. And that was 15 years ago. So
It's like a mini Vegas, but a lot of the hotels and stuff have shut down, so it's not a very
Interesting.
Yeah, it's not a very happening place
Shut down
anymore.
because of Sandy, or shut down just money in
Yeah,
general?
yeah,
Okay.
there's just no money there. There's not a lot going on there. But it's an ebb and flow.
Okay.
But I was
They did
surprised
bring
it was there.
They brought it back to Atlantic City because the first pageant ever was in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
So it's kind of meaningful, even.
Yeah,
if
no,
it
I
sounds nice
love
now.
AC. I hope it comes back up. I hope this is a very good outlet for it. I just would not have all that diversity in the beginning. In a bumper car. Don't put me in a bumper car.
Yeah.
what if you were that girl? Like, did they get to choose? Or were they like, no,
I
ma'am,
doubt
you have to be here and you have to be here? Like, I would be really upset.
I don't think they chose.
Yeah, I don't think so either. One point that that you guys made was that the makeup looked less than
Yes.
stellar.
Yes.
Again, when you think about a beauty pageant, you think that you want the girls to be flawless and fleeky and just, lashes and
Where's the highlight?
contouring for days. Exactly.
Yeah.
The makeup was less than minimal on many of the girls.
Yes. But I wasn't aware that they couldn't have someone in the room with them and doing their makeup or doing any kind of glam. You know, you have to do it yourself. And I guess it makes sense if you want to be wholesome and you know, Miss America, you have to not care about that, but still be beautiful and natural. But I don't know. I just thought that was a little different.
I was surprised, but I appreciated it. I think it's really good that there wasn't a lot of heavy makeup on. I think there's a problem happening right now in society with all the contouring and the cake face.
Yeah.
Like it really is. So I thought it was a good balance. I was the one that brought it up because I was like, oh, I'm shocked because I always am now aware of that with myself.
Okay.
So seeing the girls be so natural, again, I think that set a really good tone that really does accentuate what you guys are talking about, them being smart, them being themselves, natural.
Right.
Let's do this. So,
very
but it was
refreshing.
surprised. Yeah, I thought it was good.
So does Miss Universe, though, are they allowed to have glam inside their room?
Pack it on.
Yeah.
Miss
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Lashes.
They are.
Yes,
They are.
honey.
And their
It's
hair.
universe.
And but you said it was refreshing, but I don't think that I think you can be natural and you can still be beautiful and you can still have on makeup that suits you. And I think a lot of those girls in the opening number, their makeup wasn't becoming. Like, you don't have to have on a lot of makeup to look good, but have on the right makeup.
Right.
And a lot of the girls didn't have on the right makeup.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they
So-
would line right here, then not on the outer sides. Like little things like that would
Yeah.
drive me crazy. I don't know. I'm into makeup though, so maybe
Okay.
that's why. I mean, I was doing the same makeup I have on my face since I was 11, so I was into it.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
She
No,
was
seriously.
giving me a tutorial right before this
Yeah.
show, so like
I have
she actually
pictures
knows
to
what she's
prove it.
talking about.
You've
I
been
have
wearing
pictures.
that much makeup since 11?
Yeah. I've always done on camera. I've always done stuff. Yeah. I
But
mean,
you weren't wearing that kind of makeup every day, like going to school.
oh, hell
kind of
no.
makeup. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No,
Okay,
but if I did a shoot or if I did something, if, you know,
different.
that's my makeup. Yeah.
And then as Miss American contestants, they have to think like that. Like
Yeah.
they should be trained. They should have a cosmetologist teach them this is how you do your face when you're going to day, when you're doing appearances, or when you're going to have to be on stage somewhere, because
Right.
that is a part of the brand.
That's how I
Like, you
thought.
know?
And that's so shocking. You're right. When she said that, hey, they didn't put on their makeup right, they should know how. They did not. This
did
group
not,
did
yeah.
not.
Just even a little
did
bit,
not.
like how to put on foundation or do your eyes a
Yeah.
little, you know? I don't know.
yeah.
I agree.
Okay. So choreography, makeup, wind, too much. How about Chris and Sage as the host?
I like them
What?
a lot.
I'm a big Chris Harrison
Okay.
fan. So
yeah.
he kills it with Bachelor Nation, and he's great as a host of Miss America. It was interesting to see Sage. She's very beautiful, gorgeous. I don't know if I loved her as a host for this, but I loved her gowns.
What did you not like about her?
I don't know. I just feel like she didn't bring as much as what she could have, as far as like energy. She was definitely poised, but I wanted her to ask more from her questions.
I felt like it was really rushed. I feel like the show, even when she tried to attempt to ask questions, it was rushed. Well, what do you think? And then she'd be like, oh, real quick, let me go over here. Like,
Hosting live is an art. Not
It is an
everyone can
art.
do it.
Right.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
probably in her ear. Okay, 5 more seconds. Okay, now cut it.
That
you know?
could be, yeah.
Yeah. It's hard.
Got it.
You got it.
You know, I have a soft spot for Sage because I'm a huge sports fan, and she hosts 2 of my favorite sports shows, NBA on ESPN on ABC. So I mean, I have no. Sage, you were beautiful. Your gowns were beautiful. You were flawless. Your hair was flawless. You were flawless. But yeah, I mean, some parts did just in general. For both of them, seemed like they were like, okay, get
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah.
It seemed rushed, but I think she did great. I think she kept poise and she didn't outshine the girls.
She did
So
not.
that's what I loved about it.
Oh, good
I loved that
point.
she didn't outshine the girls. So I thought that was pretty strong.
But
That was
she
pretty
still
strong.
stayed beautiful.
Yes,
And,
yes.
and you know, confident.
Yes, yes.
I don't know. I love it both. Or love them both.
Now, is this the first year that they had a People's Choice?
No, I don't know how many years they've had it, but they've had they've had viewers, people's.
Oh, is that what it
voting
was?
online.
the
Yeah,
People's
whatever.
Choice. Because I was surprised. I think that's the first thing that we saw, right?
Yeah.
That's the first
Yeah.
election was the People's Choice.
Yeah.
And that was what
And
Miss
that was
Kentucky.
Miss Kentucky, yep.
Miss Kentucky.
Miss Kentucky, yeah. I'm always a little bit. I mean, I think People's Choice is a good idea in theory, but if you don't really follow like the platforms and the goals of the pageant, then People's Choice is kind of like you're just throwing stuff against the wall.
Well, it's predicated off of looks,
Yeah.
feel,
Yeah.
and probably whoever has the most other people telling them to vote for them.
Yeah,
So I
exactly.
could see
Right, it's your
Kentucky.
support team.
I could see Kentucky. Like my dad's in Kentucky and my
Okay.
stepmom's in Kentucky. And Kentucky's that place where it's like, vote for me. They're like, okay, honey, we'll vote for you. Yeah. If you were in New York, you'd be like, I ain't voting for you.
Right.
Like, what? I can say that though. I have family in New York. I've been in New York, so I don't mean that mean, but totally. But I thought she was cute. I
don't even
said,
remember what she looked like, so honestly.
She was
Do you?
picture perfect, you know.
She was cute.
Very
Very
choice.
Was she cute?
Yeah. Yeah, very much so.
America. Yeah, just
Yeah.
Gabby Douglas judges, Gabby, Sierra, Laura Moreno, Cole Swindle, Charlene Hawks, Sarah Foster, and Mark Cuban.
Mark, he was like licking his lips during the swimsuit thing.
Oh my gosh.
He did. He did.
they caught him at the right time.
Yeah.
I wonder if they have cameras on them just to wait for that moment, and then boom. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was funny. I love them as hosts though, or as judges.
As judges, yeah.
As judges, I like them.
Yeah, I didn't think they looked too excited to be there.
Yeah, I know sometimes when you're judging, I've judged a couple times, you don't want to give too much away with your face because you don't want people to think, oh, this person is a favorite already because all of them are beaming. You want to be fair and even.
Poker face.
Yeah, but sometimes, sometimes the judges just let it all hang out.
Yeah, they do.
We'll get to talent in a minute, but the faces, oh my goodness.
And honestly, like their faces oftentimes looked like what I'm sure people at home were thinking, that this is stupid.
Yes.
You know, and again, I'm an MAOer, so I'm not saying that the organization is stupid, but some of the stuff that you see on stage, especially the talent, is a little stupid.
I was so surprised.
Those are fighting words.
I know. I was surprised. I wrote down when I was kind of taking notes while we were watching it, but I'm curious how judges differentiate between, because to me, I guess a singer is always the strongest. I'm not sure why. I don't know how. I loved seeing the tapping, because the tapping and the baton twirling, it made me feel like old school. It made me be like, oh, like this is wholesome. And I loved that because we don't see that. And I also was like, do we still teach our daughters that? Like, I hope so somewhere someone's still twirling that baton and tapping those shoes. That's me. Good, good.
I'm still twirling.
I love that. Like that, literally, I'm gonna get like emotional. I thought that was like great. I don't know why I'm gonna get emotional. I just thought that was great. But
should really
how do
get
you,
emotional.
how do you differentiate? How do you differentiate? Like as a judge, that always got me curious.
Well, I can tell you now, it's
Tell
all
me.
about performance and face.
So it's that energy that they're bringing. Is
It's
that
that
what you mean?
inner. You have everyone is talented. They're amazing. They've achieved a lot, and it's hard when you see hundreds of gorgeous girls to be like, okay, well, I can't base this on who's the most gorgeous because that's the very minimal of what this pageant means, especially for Miss America. So you look at energy, who looks like they're having the best time. You never see them drop their smile. They're just exuding like this level of confidence that gives them like this otherworldly presence. Presence is what you're looking for.
So who did you guys think was gonna win the talent competition? Who was your vote when you watched it?
Miss Arkansas, hands down, was like the hands down undisputed talent winner. But to your point about the showmanship, I feel that sometimes with showmanship and presence, showmanship doesn't always have to mean smiling. And sometimes when you're watching these dances, whether it's tap or on point, it doesn't particularly deserve a 1,000 watt megawatt smile. And to me, that's what makes talent in Miss America seem cheesy sometimes. It's like you're smiling so hard, but you're dancing to a very dramatic, sad Carrie Underwood song. I was like, what? Like,
Yeah.
And I always say this when we watch Miss America pageants, that in the world of a time of, So You Think You Can Dance and America's Best Dance Crews, like there's so many talented dancers that we see on reality television every single day. And you get to Miss America and these girls look like they are in the struggle class at your dance studio.
Yes.
Yikes.
Right.
That's true.
They, I mean,
It's true though.
I'm not sure.
I host Dance Moms. and
Positive.
I've watched Dance Moms for so long. You're looking at their legs like, why can't you straighten your legs? Like I felt like Abby Lee watching some of these girls like, well, what's going on here? If you're, that's your talent, I feel like you should be completely talented in that.
Yeah.
In that
Yeah, I think
realm.
Miss
don't know.
Arkansas did a good job
Oh, yeah.
at bringing her energy.
She did.
And I feel like I'm so sorry, I can't remember who it was, but whoever did the modern dance. There was a very modern dance.
on point or, Miss South Carolina,
Yeah, it was
a
a-
Carrie Underwood.
I think, I'm not, is that what it was? But it was a modern style dance. And I think that she did a really great job honing into that modern thing. I think she did half of the intense, passionate, sad face blended with that 1 minute of a smile, but that was very different. I was like, I don't know if that fits here.
The smile didn't fit there.
Yeah.
No.
Even the whole modern dance, I just for some reason didn't
Something
feel it.
didn't
But
connect.
yeah.
Because something was missing between what she was doing on stage and what we were seeing on TV or the judges in the audience. Like, you have to connect with people. You have to at some point make eye contact with somebody because we have to feel you emote. And if she looked like she was in her own
She was
world
nervous.
a little bit.
She was shaking. If you really saw closely, before she was like second to last to get picked, she was shaking. She even, like, when she got up, she just went right there and she said, that dance is how I express myself. She said, dance is how I express
her
myself.
nerves.
Yeah, she did.
She expressed all her nerves.
But I mean, thinking,
I love you. I'm Heather again. I love you. Okay.
All the love.
Sisterhood.
Oh my God.
Here we go.
Okay, so before we talk about the swimsuits, because we jumped the swimsuits, let's go back to Sisterhood. So the overall arcing theme of tonight's show was, this is my sister. Sister. I've made 51 sisters tonight. Now, women, if you're a woman, if you're live, you know that these women are lying when they said that they just made 51 best friends.
No way. No way.
now.
No
No.
way. No pageant
Not a
that I've
chance.
ever been in has ever been super friendly. Everyone's got that smile face, that party face on, but no sisterhood is made.
I mean, I don't think you could even get 20 girls together and not have a cat fight somewhere.
Thank you.
I mean, come on, 51, something happened.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say that no sisterhoods are made, because you
Sure.
do get close with, maybe whoever's
One.
your roommate
One or two.
Yeah, one or two.
a couple girls, but like everyone, that's just not realistic.
No.
And especially at that level. At that level, people are cutthroat. There's thousands of dollars of scholarship on the line. The fourth runner-up got $10,000. What? Oh my gosh. And then the winner getting a 6-figure salary and that huge scholarship, like, people are here to fight to the death
Yes.
for this crown.
Yes.
They're
They
not
are.
as interested in making friends, sisters. You're trying to win.
Didn't you just say that you had an experience? You were tell us about that.
Yeah, so I competed for a long time in Florida, and when you're young, it's, everyone loves each other, great, and then as you get older and it gets harder competition, people start to break away from the path and friendships kind of stop happening.
Yeah.
But I did do a local this year for Miss America, and it was awesome, but it was a regional, so it was a huge pageant for a local, like 30
What was
girls.
it? What city? What region?
I don't want to say, because I don't.
Girl, you don't.
I just don't.
She said,
We're on AFTERBUZZ TV.
It's a California open pageant, so you can do your own research for that. The only thing is, it was very cliquey. I was a new girl because I hadn't competed in California, so people weren't really
friendly.
not as friendly,
is.
not very
There you go.
open to me.
I mean, I would expect that, though. I mean, especially in California.
Right.
Everyone's out for themselves.
See, so you're getting it here. It was no sisterhood.
Right.
Exclusive.
Some girls who knew each other for a long time, you could see that they had a really deep friendship and relationship. I wouldn't say the overall vibe was, we're all sisters.
No, yeah.
Like,
Yes. And when they were
Yeah.
answering that, when Sage kept asking them, they all gave the
They all
same
said we were
answer.
sisters.
It's just great because we have the sisterhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have real sisters, so these are my 51 sisters.
So yeah, one thing was it Miss Marilyn who said
I don't
that?
know.
I think it was Miss Marilyn who said on one of her little one-on-one inserts that I'm an only child, and so these are my sisters. First of all, listen, I'm not an only child. I have friends who are only children. And please believe they are not going around calling strangers their siblings.
I was an only child, and no.
Thank you.
No.
Okay. Now, on the other side, I'm from Georgia originally, and I can say that a lot of, not when I was competing, but a lot of the girls that I see now on social media talk about God and, friendship and, God sent me here and God sent you to me and God sent you and you to me and, quoting Bible verses throughout the entire pageant process. So maybe there are a few diamonds in the rough who actually do try to forge genuine friendships. We're not saying, we don't want to make a blanket statement and say that all pageants are completely cliquey, because there's always somebody.
Life is cliquey.
yeah.
Life is
Yeah,
cliquey.
okay.
Speaking of this, I love that they all. Was it me or was God brought up a few times in this pageant? I loved it.
But also,
I loved it.
that's very common for the Miss America system.
I love that.
They
love
rarely
that.
do that, though.
in today in the
general.
world today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't even say in God we trust anymore, which is
Yeah.
ridiculous. I mean, I'm spiritual. I believe in God. I believe
Yeah.
in Jesus. But I loved that. I loved that was brought into.
It was almost shocking though, because we don't hear God. And when they were doing the 9/11 tribute, again, we didn't even acknowledge 9/11 at the top of the show, but when they did the 9/11 tribute, they talked about God bringing us here and God keeping us together, and I was like, God, what? Who? What? What? God's making a comeback.
Yeah.
Thank God. Thank God. God, thank you, God.
Okay, y'all, swimsuit.
Swimsuit. Oh,
First of all, I am shocked that every single one was in a two-piece.
yeah.
I was waiting for a one-piece.
Wasn't that a good observation? When she said that, I was like, wow. I think
know
this
if
is the first year.
I
I've seen a One Piece in a while though.
I mean,
It's been
I
a long
saw
time since we've seen a One Piece.
in Miss
Yeah.
America.
And Miss America's been
Okay.
a long time since they've been in One Piece.
Okay, so maybe, oopsie, girls over here, don't be attacking me. Maybe this was Miss USA or Miss Universe, but I remember specifically, and even last year, seeing One Pieces, and I was super excited about it because the bathing suit thing is something that I was always super insecure with, which is why I never took it to the next level. My body just will never. I have to lose a large amount of weight to even have a halfway flat stomach. So when I saw all the two pieces this year, I was shocked. So maybe it's not a normal thing, but that got me. And the
What?
so like obviously
I know exactly what you're about to say. Just say
so like, you know, some of the boobs, like some of the boobs, like I was obviously I have real breasts, so I'm also watch for boobs. Like when I look at boobs, because mine are real.
Yeah.
So I was watching, and Miss California is like they didn't move once.
move.
She just she was even like really excited, and you can see how they jiggle. Hers are just like
Here's an example.
yeah, right. I was like, okay. And then I saw, I think, one more pair of fake boobs. And I always also think then, is that also a judging downfall? I feel like judges, if they have fake boobs, because in Playboy, you can't have, well, I know you guys are
Wait a
friends,
second.
Harley. They want you to have real boobs.
They
in
want you to,
Playboy.
but they all don't have real
Right,
boobs. Okay.
correct,
Yeah, yeah.
yes, correct. But I was very shocked, and I'm like, I wonder if they think, well, fake boobs, and that decreases the judgment. Do you guys know anything about that?
I don't know. That's a tough one because at the same time, with pageants, you have fake lashes, you have fake hair, you have fake tans.
Oh my God.
Tans.
Right.
Oh,
Can we talk
who
about
was
the tans?
that?
Can we talk about the tans?
Miss
The Tennessee was like Casper the Ghost, and then like
The neck.
then like Halle Berry from here down.
Yeah, it was
like
a lot. Well, I guess Halle Berry's not orange, but there was a lot of orange and deep browns. Like the Trump came back through Tennessee.
Yeah,
very orange.
it was
very orange.
I liked the fullback, like two pieces. I liked that all of them were fullbacks.
I don't like that.
Oh, I loved it.
I see it. I'm a booty girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see some booty.
Yeah.
I want to see some booty hanging out.
What did you think of the booty? Did you see any booty you liked?
I didn't see any booties
No.
that I liked. There was somebody had a perfect swimsuit body. Was it Miss Maryland?
Wait, Maryland. It was Maryland because I loved Maryland
With the little
until-
high waist,
Yes,
and the
it
little
was white. It was white.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes, it was black with the
Killed it.
white thing on the. Yes.
Killed it.
But like there wasn't enough ass for me.
Really?
I agree.
Because I mean, some of them had some white asses, but I want to see some asses that you can cup.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Some even looked like flabby and flat. It was like, why?
Well, another thing to keep in mind is that swimsuit is only 10% of this competition.
Yeah.
So
Thankfully.
you know,
Yeah.
it's not as big of an emphasis. It's more so this is people encouraging healthy lifestyles and being active and confidence in your skin.
They didn't say that a long time ago, though. They never said that in like '95. I would be like literally 5 years old watching it, like, wow. And they never said healthy lifestyle, fitness. So, you know, it's just trying to get girls away from
being bulimic.
being bulimic. And
But
Yeah.
they're also changing it because Miss Teen USA this year, this is the first year ever, they banned swimsuits and now
put
it's
them in, like,
activewear.
active-
Interesting.
So it'll be interesting to see if that trickles into some of these other systems.
Interesting.
I don't think it's bad. Again, like I literally am just insecure about my stomach. I always have been. So I wish back in the day that wouldn't have been there because I would have just blown the whole stage away.
Right.
But I hope they don't ban it. Like I hope they don't ban it because shouldn't be banned. I mean, we can watch sex on TV now.
Right.
We hear curse words all the time. You know, come on, a bathing suit on TV. Who cares? Like, let's keep it up. You know.
I want to say that I was reading your social media comments before we came on the air, and someone said that it's a shame that we give the girls 45 seconds to walk in the swimsuit, but only 20 seconds to answer political questions, which is a really, really great point. That's a
Great point.
Awesome point. How about that? And then, so we're going to talk about interview because I think evening gown is next, but we'll come back to that
Yes.
social media point, which I think is very profound, simple yet profound.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe, and this is just a thought, maybe it's like, well, if you have your ideas on politics and you know what you're about to say, you should be able to do it in 20 seconds. I don't know.
I'm going to be me. I'll be the naysayer. Or maybe it's because obviously even the judges tonight on the fly answers were not very good. So maybe they cut it down to 20 seconds because they know the girls are so nervous that if they give them more, it'll be more stumbling and repeating themselves and so forth.
It's typically always 20 seconds.
Pardon?
It's typically always 20 seconds. Like,
Oh, it is?
They keep it short.
Yeah, they do. And the argument used to be when you are doing appearances, whether you're doing, going abroad or going on the Today Show, Miss America has to make appearances tomorrow morning. So you have to be able to answer anything on the fly, whether it's politics or pop culture or social. So you have to be ready to say whatever you have to say. And most sound bites are 10 seconds or less.
Exactly.
True.
As a journalist thinking that way, that's how you have to do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But,
make your point.
But it still doesn't sometimes seem fair on stage
Yeah,
to make
that's
these
good.
girls answer.
Can we get to gown first? Because I feel
Okay,
like
go,
we're going to get so
yes.
deep into interview, and I live for gown.
And the powers that be are already timing us, so we got to make sure we run through gown.
Go ahead, girl. Gown.
Okay.
On to the next.
Gown is just, this was the most interesting gown competition I have ever seen on national television.
Why?
Because the gowns are all over the place. I feel like, especially with Miss America, it's about being classic. It's about fitting, like the fit, your confidence. You're not focused just on the gown. You're focused on the woman. And a lot of these gowns were distracting.
Yeah.
So whose gowns did you like and did you not like?
I didn't like the hot pink cape.
Yeah.
Was that
Miss
Tennessee? Who was that?
Miss Louisiana, was it?
No, Miss
What
Louisiana was a
it?
cute little Asian
That
little.
one, who had the hot pink?
Who had the hot
I think it was Miss Tennessee, maybe.
Yes.
Was it Miss Tennessee?
Yes, because it looked like I wrote down Glitz pageant. And that's not the Miss America system. She had this pink cape and had dazzled and the big hair and the earrings. And it was just, I couldn't see the woman. I could only see her attire.
She looked like a grandmother though too.
Yeah, and it was aging. I was like,
And also New York, it was like bright,
yeah.
and the train.
That was
it
the metallic.
like
that was your metallic girl. New
Yeah,
York.
no.
and she had too much jewelry. Oh my goodness, you're wearing huge silver dress, got the silver necklace, like
too much.
too much.
I loved Marilyn's.
Loved
I
Marilyn.
want to have like my wedding dress or some dress like that one day with the wrap around the neck, the red with the peep like right here with
Beautiful.
it wrapped around. That was my favorite.
Yeah, my
I
favorite.
don't even have anything to say except I loved that one. I loved it.
I agree.
I thought it was amazing. Was it velvet or something? It looked velvet.
It looked velvet. The reddish burgundy.
Yes. I just love red too. Red's like my favorite color.
It looks
so I thought that was
stunning.
stunning. Yeah, very, very good. Very good.
Arkansas, her very sleek. Well, you didn't like her sleek?
No, I just thought what she said was funny. That since she was wearing black, she said that she would wear it to her wedding.
She did say that.
So I just was really, really confused by that. But it was a really beautiful dress. It was.
Yeah,
Very simple.
Yeah,
Simple.
Yeah, I didn't love it, but you could see her, and
I
that's
like
the
that.
important part.
No, I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't need all that stuff, especially if, they're doing the simple makeup. Might as well, I don't know, show off you.
And then her pink hair, right?
See, wait.
So, okay.
Is it pink?
I couldn't figure out.
We couldn't figure out her. Okay, so guys, call us crazy, and maybe you guys had the same problems at home, but Miss Arkansas and someone else's hair, Mississippi's, I believe, their blonde hair looked pink to us on our television. So
I think if both of them looked pink, it had to be the lady.
But even once Miss Arkansas took her walk as Miss America, it
looked pink.
still looked
Wait,
pink.
you just dropped this huge spoiler.
What? I mean, listen. If y'all are watching at this, if you're still watching on the same, just turn the button off. So was it pink?
I think it was
I
pink.
think it was just lighting. I think the lighting was probably not as strong as it should have been, because after a while, a lot of the blondes kind of looked like they had pink streaks going
They
on.
did.
Yeah.
Or maybe we have bootleg televisions here. I
Who knows? Yeah.
don't know. One or the
We
other.
were confused by
Okay.
the colors.
So I'm shocked that they don't give guidance on the gowns, though. I did understand that.
They do, but it's not super strict where you can't have your own personality and choose something that makes you happy and comfortable. But I feel like some people needed more guidance from their state directors.
Exactly.
Like when you win for your state, you have a whole team around you, and they're supposed to tell you like, okay, you tried on 20 dresses, this is the one, or these three are going to be strong for you. And some of these people, I'm like, I know we're trying to go more modern Miss America, but come on. Like, what are
Which
you
one?
wearing?
Yeah, which ones?
I did not like the green dress that was on.
The one that was like green with like the see-through type of thing. It tried to look like the see-through look.
I don't think I remember that one.
It was the tall blonde.
She was like
was it
figure
Texas?
skater.
Not
Figure skater.
Texas. It is killing me because I
Iowa.
wrote it down.
Oh, no. California?
No, she didn't get through.
California, her dress was a little bit too simple for my taste, but she had a good walk.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
When it comes to me,
Okay.
that's it, but it was just,
So swimsuit, we did we pick?
Oh, wait,
Yeah, we
real
talked about
quick.
swimsuit.
So Maryland we like for swimsuit,
Right.
And then for gown, I like Arkansas. You guys like Maryland
love
for
Maryland, yeah.
and
I love
who's your
Maryland.
favorite for
gown.
For gown,
Oh,
evening.
I love South Carolina. She had like the long sleeve with the white
yeah.
and the deep.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and that's the way I think for you to show glam, but for some reason it wasn't as overpowering as what some of the other contestants did. Or maybe it was just her energy. Something balanced it out a little bit more for me.
Who was the one? What contestant said as she was walking out her VO in her VO? She said, "Being a Miss America is not about showing your body."
Actually, that was Miss
it was her, and then her cleavage went down to her vagina.
So funny. That was so
Listen,
funny.
I'm here for the cleavage and I'm here for the booty. But you cannot be saying in your VO how you want Miss America to be so classy and not have to show your body, and then I see like the top of your pubic hairline.
Oh my
Which is
god.
fine. It's fine with me. I don't mind that. I don't mind
Don't
that.
say it and
Yeah.
then wear that. No, I completely agree. No, I thought it was it Miss Kentucky who was wearing 7-inch heels?
Oh yeah.
I thought that was so interesting. I've worn heels my whole life, but 7 inches and you're walking like that? Go girl. I love it.
I thought that was, I'm so glad you brought that up. If you really looked at their feet, which I did, I always watch how people walk, because when I wanted my first pair of heels, I was 12, my mother was like, "Do you want to be a whore?" I was like, "No." She's like, "Then your ass better walk up and down this hallway for 45 minutes in those heels."
I love your mother.
I am
love
a
it.
queen.
Oh my
I am
God.
phenomenal walking in them. And I always watch women how they walk. Different women had those really thick platforms versus not, and it literally reminded me of Juliana. They used to have Juliana Rancic in like 7-inch heels because of your height. So they wanted everybody. I was shocked how much they tried to have everybody be the same height.
Yes.
So I thought that was hilarious.
Because she said she was 5 foot. I'm 5 foot
Yeah.
too. And it's like, oh, now I'm 5'7".
Right.
No. But I mean, go girl. I thought that was great.
Yeah, they were spiky heels. They weren't
Spiky
like
heels.
I didn't even notice.
No,
how
not
spiky they were.
Spice Girls.
I didn't
No.
notice.
Yes.
Look at you. Okay, so our favorite portion of the competition, well, not really our favorite, but our favorite to critique it, at least, is the talent portion of the competition. Talent counts for 30% of the contestants' final score.
Yes.
And back to the issues with talent, it just seems like we're watching train wreck after train wreck for the most part.
Right.
I disagree. I disagree.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I disagree. Out of how many did it? 10? Were there 10 people?
It was top 10.
Top 10
Okay,
or
10.
top 12? Okay.
Okay, so out of 10, I thought they all did a phenomenal job. The only one that I did not think was let me reframe that. All of them did an amazing job. The one that I thought felt a little bit off was the Elvis one. I feel
that
like
was
she
California.
I feel like she just tried a little bit too. I get it, being in dance, like you need to have sharp and you need to be like that, but it just didn't seem to give me a true talent, if that makes sense. Like I feel bad. I do. I'm very like tongue-in-cheek and honest, but it just didn't fit right. Other than that, I thought all the singing was phenomenal. We had
Really?
the,
Oh my
we had
God,
the jazz.
the singing was awful.
No, it was
Really?
good. Oh, come on now.
Miss
I
Maryland,
can't-
God bless America.
Yeah,
that's-
she did, but that was a good
You
part.
just liked it because she
contestant by
said, God, that was
contestant
not
of this,
good.
Really?
She would have won if she didn't sing that.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like that was a play. Like, but that was good. Like, she wanted to sing God Bless America to try to get those folks that wanted to be like American.
Right, especially because 9/11.
Yes.
You know, this is a great opportunity to choose a patriotic tone, but have the pipes, girl.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
I mean, and I think she sang her way right out of placing, because remember, even though she was on stage at the end of the competition, she didn't get a place. She wasn't fourth, third, second, or first runner up. She was beautiful in her gown. She was amazing in her swimsuit.
Interview. Her interview killed it.
And then her interview was, but then her talent I thought was awful.
Yeah, I agree. And then especially if you're going to go, with other singers who are unbelievable. I mean, who was it?
Who was unbelievable?
Miss
New York.
Mississippi. I think it was or New York.
Wasn't it?
Mississippi was great.
Wait, who was Miss? Oh, wait a second.
So Miss New York was the first one, right?
I thought Miss New York did a good job with
did.
Sway.
Yeah.
Sway, yeah.
Yeah, Miss New
I
York
loved her
did a good job.
personality.
And she
Yeah,
did
me
some
too.
little Spanish in there. It was cute.
Okay, diversity.
Are you Latina?
I am, but I don't speak.
Okay.
But I thought that was interesting.
There you
I
go.
liked it. She brought
She was
it
looking
up.
out for you.
You know, it is Miss America. We gotta keep it diverse.
That's right.
And who, Texas was next?
After New York was
was Texas.
But one thing about New York, I loved her personality when she was singing, but something about her I was like, isn't as polished as I think she needed to be.
I'm with you on that.
At some points, it didn't look authentic.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
'cause-
that's, I think, why.
When you compare Miss Mississippi singing and then New York singing, not even just like their singing talent, just the presentation, Mississippi just like oozed, like I've got this, I know this.
Yeah.
And for New York, I was kind of like, I felt like she shrugged her shoulders a little bit,
Yeah.
and sometimes it wasn't as confident as it should have been.
Yeah, but isn't that the jazz feel? Like if you go and look back in the day, like in the 20s even, or underground, like when jazz singers were singing, it's very much where they are hunkered over like this and they
guess
come
that's
back
true.
up. So like I felt that she really gave it 100. Like she got into it, she played that whole jazzy feel and blended it. And then obviously, who was the one that you just, Mississippi? Was she the one that the mother would always, when she was singing in the shower, would be
Yeah.
like,
The vocal,
but
yeah.
and that was her role. That was her like,
Yeah. There you go. That's it.
like she,
That's it,
yeah,
yeah.
she did the Miss, like, you know, I'm Cinderella, and then New York did her jazz flair, like.
And then Miss Tennessee did the Desperado. Was it her? And I thought that was awful too.
Yeah.
And
That was awful.
Straight to the point.
I really want, and I want
Great dress.
Great, beautiful. The
Beautiful
fringe was
dress.
amazing.
Yes.
I want these contestants to stop doing this and leading with the arm and walking down.
At least no one did the ear. The ear,
Quit
hold
doing
it.
that. Like,
I know.
Yeah, we've watched enough reality competition. No one does this anymore, except for Miss America. That's why people hate Miss America.
Her dress.
The dress was stunning.
It was a good dress.
I thought she did a good country Desperado. I thought she was good for country. I mean, obviously she's not like Carrie Underwood. She couldn't like have that, you know. She didn't even fake it.
You got it, though.
You did that, girl. Yeah.
You know, but I thought she did all right.
Okay. Who was
She
your
tried.
favorite talent?
Oh,
Arkansas. Arkansas.
hands down. And South Carolina, she fell out of her turns. There was a lot. Like, I feel like if you're gonna dance, then it better be your talent, and you better dance. You know, straight legs.
Can you
everything.
remind viewers what South Carolina did? Like,
Oh,
which one was she?
she danced.
The Carrie Underwood,
she was,
modern, lyrical.
Right, and she was doing a lot of turns because I felt like she maybe thought that was her strong point, but it obviously wasn't. If you're gonna do multiple turns, at least know how to end them.
I
I
think
don't
she
know.
was super nervous.
Was it?
I think she
I mean,
was
come on.
nervous. Yeah, no, you're right. You're at the pageant.
You're at a pageant. Get over it.
Yeah. Who was your favorite?
My favorite was Arkansas.
Is that yours as well?
Oh, yeah, Arkansas.
Who tapped?
The topper was Washington.
Washington.
I love
She was
Washington.
good.
She was great.
She was cute.
She was
She was.
cute.
It just made me feel, I was like, oh, good, someone's still tapping.
Yeah, that's
Right.
that's what I felt about the batons.
Yeah.
I was
Shout
like,
out to the baton twirler. All right, Texas.
Yes.
All right, Texas.
Come.
Old
the
school.
kick drum.
That's right. Okay.
Who was your favorite?
Oh, Arkansas.
Was
Hands
it?
down. Because watching her in the other competitions, I was like, okay, she has a little spark, little pep. But she was giving it. She was serving in her little white, what is that, one piece?
Whatever that was, yeah.
Yeah.
With
Her
the
energy
fringe.
was
And she was just snapping, and everything was sharp.
And her technique was good
Yes.
too.
And
Yeah.
she was, the face, the whole
Yeah.
time, like all these different levels of facials. And some of these other contestants, which we didn't talk about, they were kind of forgettable because it was the same expression the whole time. Kind of like what you said earlier about.
Yeah, you can't play. You can't like throw on like the smiley face emoji the entire time. Like, you gotta switch it up. Yeah.
Yeah. No, Arkansas, you right then you knew she won. Like she killed it.
Okay, so guys, we got to move into interview. Interview, again, back to social media comments. They say that they deserve more than 20 seconds to answer an interview question. Almost every single question from every judge was politics-based. I mean, maybe if not almost every single one, then every single one.
Yeah, I mean, it touched immigration, sexual harassment.
All right, hold on.
Colin Kaepernick.
Pause there. So I have to just, because this is the one I remember. Whoever asked the sexual harassment one.
Yeah.
This killed me. She goes, oh, such and such is settled for millions of dollars for sexual harassment. And dude got the leave in so many words. How do you feel about that? And then the girl starts bringing up sexism today. Did you even
Yeah.
Did you even listen? listen. It was, what do you believe should have happened to him if anything he got to walk? What message does that give? And she starts talking about sexism.
She doesn't know the issue.
Yeah.
That's what it was. She didn't know the issue, so she was trying to feel around, okay, this man, this woman, equality. And it's like, no.
Yes.
Like, this is something you should be able to speak about, because one, it involves a former Miss America.
Yeah.
Know your history.
Yes.
And it involves major TV networks. You're supposed to understand current events.
Absolutely.
And like, you're a woman. This is something you need to learn
Yes.
about.
Yeah, it said a lot.
That killed me.
And I loved
did.
her. I love Mississippi. And I was like, no, you just lost it.
Yeah.
She did, for sure. And I think we all like gave so many. Was it Miss Washington who answered the question about
Colin Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Great answer.
It was fantastic. And of course, you know, as ethnic people, like, we might be biased, but I was very impressed that she held her own on the Miss America stage and said Black Lives Matter, and we have to really focus on social issues and help people of color to receive equal treatment in this nation. That was very ballsy for a Miss America contestant to take that route, as opposed to saying, you know,
Right.
let's Miss America, hold hands, we are the world. She was like, no. Kudos.
Not a lot of people could answer like that. Yeah.
She must have a black boyfriend. She must have a black boyfriend.
But it is like a little anti-American to not stand up and put your hand over your heart for you know, our
God
nation.
brought you to me, baby. You are my sister. Woo!
Sisterhood again.
Sisterhood.
I just haven't met someone who like speaks her mind just as much as I do, just flat like that. I'm almost shocked. I love it. I'm just so excited. I'm quiet. That doesn't happen ever.
But going back to what you said too about like actually just stating a point, I feel like that's what a lot of the contestants didn't do. They didn't they didn't say
Take a
their real
stand.
opinion. And one of the problems with pageantry sometimes is everyone's so politically correct, and that's going to bite you in the butt, because the judges are real people.
They are.
They're celebrities.
Yeah.
They're not, I've been judging pageants for 30 years. Like, they want real answers, because
want
they
real
do this all the
answers.
time. They're always interviewed. So
I did not like, I understand that we want a Miss America who's going to handle the political stuff well, because it's happening right now in society. But I did not think it was fair that every single, Hillary Clinton, what do you think? Donald Trump, what do you think? The election overall, what do you think? You are taught, especially etiquette, to not speak about religion and
politics.
Politics, yeah.
And that was every question. I get it for the context that we need someone who takes a stand on this, because they will be working in partnership, per se, with the future president. Didn't like that.
Didn't like
think
him.
it gave them an opportunity to really show something about themselves, as well as their understanding in life and education and so forth. I personally have to say, I wouldn't have studied up on who I thought politically had
You would
to
have,
consider.
though.
Think so?
Your state board would have made sure that you had
Yeah.
studied. Whether or not you executed on stage properly,
Right.
that's a different story, because once you're on stage, you know, anything can happen.
Right.
But your board would have made
would have
sure.
made you?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they would have made you.
Oh, so that's like a kind of known thing. I guess.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
you got to talk politics and social and cultural issues.
Well, they didn't talk, you know, education.
They didn't.
Yeah, social and cultural. Yeah.
I mean, they kind of skipped all of it. It
Yeah.
was just politics.
Yeah.
yeah. And the questions were kind of lazy the way they were presented.
Oh,
like,
very.
the Hillary Clinton question and the Donald Trump question, 20 seconds top. What who wrote these questions?
Yeah.
And they were even slot the coaches, what's the coaches, the
judges.
They were even slot like they even were like talk about Hillary, and it's like, oh, can you address me like I'm, you know,
Yeah.
like
I'm on stage at Miss America.
yeah, just like the opening thing. It was all very just thrown together.
Yeah. Before we talk about Miss Arkansas, Savvy Shields winning the pageant, we got to talk about our beauty box for 1 second.
Where?
BeautyCon box. BeautyCon box is a subscription box that is delivered to your door each season. So cute. Each box is curated by your favorite beauty gurus. I can't talk today. There's over $150 worth of products, but you get it for only $30. You save $20 if you sign up for the annual payment plan. It's called the Push. We want to push that annual plan. We want you to go make sure you sign up for the annual plan. Okay, so you save money if you do the annual. Don't do monthly, do annual. Also,
This Too Faced mascara looks amazing, by the way. I'm just saying.
very cute. Go to beautycon.com/box to sign up for your subscription and use the promo code BOXBUZZ for your 20% off. And tell them that we sent you at AfterBuzz TV, particularly from the Miss America recap panel? Tell us how much you love it, because we don't get to take this, but you get to go sign up for the annual, and then you tell us how much you love it, and then we'll sign up like you. Miss Arkansas won. Her talent, fantastic. Her onstage answer,
Perfect.
Great. Congratulations, Mrs. Arkansas.
All of it.
Miss Arkansas wins $50,000 in scholarship money for college. She also gets a six-figure salary for the year. Her platform is Eat Better, Live Better. Fourth runner-up. Let's do the runners
It was
up real
Miss
fast.
South
Tell
Carolina.
us.
28,
Miss
27.
Mississippi.
For messing
and
up
she
that
gets
question.
$10K.
$10,000.
She gets $10K. The next was Miss Washington for $15K. Miss New York gets $20K, and Miss South Carolina gets $25K.
And guys, we were talking earlier about how the last two contestants, in addition to Miss America, don't place. Like, so the three on stage, only one of them places, and I think that kind of sucks. I want them to get everyone off of stage. I think it sucks for you to be on the stage and not have a place.
Yeah.
Yes.
They should scoot them away when they start calling the top 5.
Yeah.
That's just, I know it adds. Another thing too is you have to remember the ratings. They do certain things for ratings and to create drama and intrigue, but it's really hard for the girls. I can't imagine you're standing next to Miss America and you're watching her being crowned and you didn't get anything.
You didn't get anything.
Yeah.
It's rough.
What? That's how life is. That's
how life is.
That's life. That's what you're gonna say.
That's what I'm saying. That's life.
I mean, that's what you signed up for. Who says that? Drake, is it the Drake line? It says, you knew what it was for. You knew what it was for you. Something.
Yes, before you signed up for it.
Okay. Well. Oh, that sucks for those two girls who didn't place. I really hate that. We hope that you guys enjoyed the pageant as much as we did. We hope that you will watch us again next year when we're back for 2018 recap.
Yes, hopefully we could do more. We had so much fun these past 4 hours.
We did
spent
because we've been here
together.
for a very, very long time. Congratulations to Savvy Shields, Miss Arkansas, who is our new Miss America. Fabulous with your blonde and maybe pink hair. We can't really tell.
We'll find out later. To be continued.
To be continued. Guys, I'm Erica Renee Davis. You can find me on Snapchat, Periscope, Twitter, Instagram, Insta Story at Erica Renee D.
I'm Jennifer Leone, and you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Jennifer Leone TV.
I'm Heather Yerrid. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Heather Yerrid.
I'm Vivian Adaobi, and you can find me on all social media at VivaciouslyViv and also VivaciouslyVivian.com and PoshBoysCollege.com.
Oh, I love that.
Vivacious. And guys, and for the interest of time, we had to wrap it up pretty quickly, but if you guys want to talk more about the Miss America pageant, we have a lot of other opinions we would love to share with you.
Yes.
So definitely tweet us, and we'll go back and forth with you all night long and for the rest of the week. Until next time, till next year, guys. See ya.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.